Well, how you doing, everybody? It's Chris from Northland Bushcraft. You know, it's been a while since I've been on making a video, but over the Christmas holidays, you know, busy doing the whirlwind tour for the family and stuff. So I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a good New Year's. I tried filming a video there a few days ago. Actually, this video that I'm going to do right now. The problem I ran into is that camera doesn't like it when it's minus 30 outside, so it kept shutting down on me. So I tried again. If you remember back a few videos back, I put out a request for making a survival kit for the bike itself, based on 2 occupants on the bike with no knowledge of bushcraft whatsoever or survival skills. And I had a couple of replies from the guys out there with great ideas, and I appreciate them responding to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've put together here, again based on the fact of the presumption that whoever is riding the bike has no skills and no knowledge whatsoever. So basically it's a survival kit for dummies, bottom line. So I put together stuff that's very easy to use, very straightforward. You know, when you pull things out, it's pretty much self-explanatory what it's for and how you use it. So give me a minute and we'll get the camera set up and I'll show you what's on the bike. I have items on the bike that are here all the time anyway, and then the kit itself that I put together. So stick around for a second. We'll get this video all shot up. Hopefully my camera doesn't shut down on me. Okay? Hang tight. Alright guys, let me show you what's in the front compartment here of this bike. This is pretty much stuff that's in here all the time. Doesn't, you know, winter, summer, rain, fall, doesn't matter. It's the stuff I keep in here. First thing is a stainless steel water bottle. It has water in it. It's frozen right now, obviously, but stick that in the fire, melt the ice in there, and you're good to go. Once it's empty, you can refill it with water, and again, boil it again, so you'll always have at least a clean source of water. Carry a hatchet. That's in there all the time as well. Purpose of the hatchet, one, obviously for splitting wood or for creating firewood, but I also use it for I have to knock down branches so I don't scratch the hell out of the bike. But that's always in there. Again, it's razor sharp. There's no point in having tools if they're dull and useless to you. Carry a hank of paracord, set of binoculars, couple pairs of gloves, an absorber towel. These are the things that you usually see like the Olympic swimmers use. These things are amazing. They put the ShamWows to shame. Very inexpensive. They're great. You can also use it for drying yourself off. I use it just for drying the bike off or cleaning it up after I'm done, but it's in there. It's usable. You know, it's multi-purpose. Again, a couple water bottles as well. Just standard water bottles. So you have clean drinking water. Here I just got a cheap bush line knife. Nothing spectacular about it. Okay, it's just low end, probably $9 at the local hardware store is what I paid for it. With a paracord lanyard. I don't strip my lanyards. I leave them intact. That way, in the event I do need them, I can gut them out for traps and such. Here I've got ferrocerium rod with a striker, and the white stuff here is the internal contents of the burn fire starters that I like to use, that I tend to compare to the wet fire. All I've done is I've crushed it down into the powder form and filled it into a Ziploc bag and put it in there. So there's several fires that are doable just with this stuff alone, and incorporating the fire steel. So that's in there at all times too. Little MRE, homemade MRE. with good old French-Canadian pea soup, mac and cheese, there's some biscuits, there's some drink packs in there, ramen noodles. You'll note that a lot of stuff that I use, especially with my MREs that I make, it's designed that it uses water. So it's forcing you to find water and to boil your water. Okay. So you'll find that more often than not with me. Here I've got just a homemade trauma kit. Okay, this is for large wounds. I stuck it into the sealable bags. You just seal them up. It's always in there as well. Okay. So that's basically what's at the front of this compartment. I do have my bushcraft axe. That's just in there for me to play with. It's not always in there, but the rest of the stuff is always in this bike. So that's always in that compartment at any given time. Okay, so we're going to go to the back of the bike now, and I'll show you what's in the back glove box, and which again stays on the bike at all times. Okay guys, at the back of the bike here, you'll notice I've got an ammo can. The ammo can is actually what contains the first aid kit, or sorry, not the first aid kit, the survival kit for the occupants of the bike. We'll get in the contents of that in a moment here. But in the little glove box that I have at the back of the bike, got a few other items. A little chow kit, inexpensive, nothing spectacular about it. It does its job, you know, its intended purpose. I've never had a problem with those things. Like I said, it's not high end by any means, but it works very well. You've seen the little camp stove that I've got. I did the review on this a while back. It's in here at all times as well, that I keep. So then that's in there. I have just another towel. This one's the ShamWow one. You know, again, if you need to dry off because you've gotten yourself wet or whatever, you know, you have a means of doing it. Further to that, I've just got a big chain, come-alongs, and a little toolkit for the bike itself. So, again, these two components themselves are always in the bike. Again, just day riding or trail riding, I want something to eat, I can make something to eat, or I can boil up water or whatever. These components all come together in conjunction with this survival kit here. So we'll open this up, and I'll show you the contents of it and why I put them in there. Alright, now let's look at this Army canned survival kit that I built here. Just picked up a surplus survival tin. Word of the wise, when you're using these, I would highly recommend that you do boil through at least 6 changes of water, based on the fact that it did carry ammunition in it at one point. So you will have some lead contamination in there. So I would highly recommend you boil out 6 changes of water into it, which I have done, because this could also be used for boiling water or for cooking or whatever, because the lids just come right off. Right? So inside, you'll notice a Ziploc bag for either carrying the items that are in here separately or for water collection. Just a simple old knife, and nice and sharp. Here I have one of the survival chainsaws. Haven't used it yet, so I don't know how effective they are. Should probably give it a try at some point, eh? Let's see. Get to that in a second here. Another little solar flashlight, solar charged. Works very well. So I got one of those. I placed in 3 rechargeable battery, or sorry, not rechargeable batteries, rechargeable lighters. Again, we're dealing with someone that doesn't know how to start fires with a bow drill or with a fire steel. Okay, so that's why I have 3 lighters in there. Got 2 hydration packs for the water, just to add flavor more than anything. Okay, again, the objective here is forcing you to find water. 2 packages of Lifesaver, just quick pick-me-ups, quick energy. Yeah, it's cheap energy, but it's quick energy, but it's also a comfort food, just, you know, brings people back into check a little bit. They have something recognizable. 2 hanks of 50-foot polypropylene cordage. It's not paracord by any means, but it's, you know, can be used for their shelters or other things that they need it for. Some quick foods, again, mac and cheese, noodles, couple soups. Again, premise being, collect your water. You're going to need it. Especially on a dry, cold winter day. It's going to still dehydrate you. Right. 5-foot by 7-foot tarp. Again, for shelter. And we'll just move this out of the way here for a second. And then this little fanny pack is what I've thrown in here. The front cover is just a small little first aid kit that goes in conjunction with the other one. Okay. This is just band-aids, alcohol swabs, needles, tape. So it's very, very basic. You know, if something was disastrous, obviously I got the kit, the larger kit in here. Again, a little bit more rope. A small sandwich bag with sugars and teas in it. Again, more water. But now you got something hot to drink. And again, it's also comfort. And getting the liquids into you is priority. So the contents in here, it's all cheap dollar store stuff that you can find anywhere. Okay, here just a small little pocket knife. It's got the scissors, can opener, knife, corkscrew, leather punch, you know, a couple little screwdrivers attached to it. That just stay in that box. Some lifeboat matches. You know, windproof, waterproof. Like I've said before, I'm not a big fan of these style type of matches, because if the striker gets wet, they're kind of useless to you. I'm more of a fan of the strike anywhere matches. But you know, again, for its intents and purposes, and the fact that it's in a waterproof kit or container, we're okay in that regard. A couple packages of the fire starters. Right. In this case, they don't have to pull it apart. They can just take the lighter to it, light the package itself, and do their thing. One of the little survival whistles with the compass, thermostat, or thermometer, and a magnifying glass attached to it. That's this stuff right here. Pack. 2 candles that I've put into a bag. Two 12-hour glow sticks. Two hand warmers, 2 feet warmers, okay, or you can put them all in your foot, or you can put them all in your coat, whatever you want to do. There's warmers there. Another fiberboard fire starters. They're you've seen them, probably seen it before. They're the wafer style. It's just kind of looks like cardboard and sawdust pressed together. And there's 4 of them in here. So another means of fire starting. signal mirror and kept in the bag, just to keep it protected. I have 2 emergency blankets that are contained in this kit. Right, so there's a waterproof bag. They're the Cuglin styles, so I can take a lot of these items and stick them in here. Or again, I can put water in it, or whoever's using it can put water in it to carry it along with them. And a little cheap hooded poncho. Again, you can use it for shelter. They can use it to protect themselves from the rain or the elements. And then a emergency survival tent. These are the Mylar style ones. It goes into the old A-frame style. Comes with a cord, large enough to fit 2 people. So we have all components covered here. You got your food, your shelter, your fire, signaling. That's the primaries that you need for survival. So it's all there for them. It's easy to use. Again, like I said, it's pretty much idiot proof. Doesn't take any special skills to use this stuff. Doesn't take any special knowledge to use it either. What I'm going to do is on the inside of the lid of the kit itself is I'm going to make a laminated card of the contents and their uses. So again, it just makes it that much more efficient for whoever had to use it. It was a very cheap kit to build. I think the most expensive component was the ammo can itself. It cost me $16 because they're getting few and far between nowadays. The rest of the stuff, it's basically dollar store items or whatever you got kind of lying around the house. Just kind of go and rape your junk drawers, I guess, to build these things. So like I said, it's not an end-all be-all kit. It can be evolved into better items in there if need be. Well, the reason I went with the cheap items is because it's designed as a throwaway kit. If it's used, because things have kind of gone sideways on the bike, you're not totally upset when stuff is left behind after they're rescued or people have come and got them to bail them out. You're not overly upset because you can replace this stuff for dollars. Okay. And when you're looking at someone's life, are you really going to be upset because you've lost $15 worth of equipment? I doubt it. Same with the bike. If something happened, the bike went through ice, and they're away out there on a lake, and they had to hold up on a small island or something. Okay, well that's what insurance is for. I'm not going to be overly upset about it. I'd be more concerned about who was riding it and everyone else is fine and safe. So it's the intent and purpose of this kit. Again, if I lent the bike out to somebody that doesn't know anything at all, or I'm riding the bike with somebody with me and I get hurt or incapacitated in some way that I can't do the things that are required to help our survival, the kit is designed for, here you go, get a shelter built for us, get a fire going for us, boil us water, you can set traps, you can do whatever. The primaries are just get the shelter, get the water, get the signaling going, right? We're going to have one fire for heat and warmth and for cooking. The other fire is just going to be signal only. Basically, you're taking cedar boughs and pine boughs and throwing them on the fire to create a ton of smoke, especially during the day, because now you can have that contrast to get your people going, okay, something's going on over there, so they're going to come and investigate. So that's basically my kit. A few of the ideas came from the guys that sent me some messages. I highly appreciate those guys for doing that for me. That's the whole point of this. Was what can we build that's small, compact, you're not taking a ton of room on your bike. I can remove it at any time. If I want to, I can throw this in my truck. I've got kind of a similar kit built in my truck, but it's more geared around me and my knowledge and what I can do. So I do have a similar type box there, but get out there and build yourself one too for your bikes or for your truck or for whatever. Basically, again, designed around if somebody else needs it, it's there, it's idiot proof, and it's going to save their lives, and that's the whole point of it, just keeping everybody safe. So I know it's not exactly bushcraft by any means. I kind of stepped away from it just a little bit here with the survival kit, but I thought it was important to do it. So next video we'll get back into the bushcraft stuff, I promise. Well, there you have it, guys. There's the survival kit built for the bike. It doesn't have to be utilized just for the bike. You can use it for your boat, you can use it for your car, you can use it for your trucks, trailer, whatever. Simple kit to make, inexpensive, you know, it can be thrown away at any time. Like I say, I don't think you're going to be overly upset if it's used and components are left behind. It's dollar store stuff. Probably a lot of the stuff you can pull out of your junk drawers at home, or hit Walmart. Again, like I say, they're cheap. You find this stuff anywhere. So get out, build yourself one for whatever you want to use it for. Like I say, your bike, your boats, trailer, camping, whatever. It keeps you safe or keeps your loved ones safe. That's the biggest thing. So we'll get back to the bushcrafting on the next video, I promise you. And you know, we'll look at some different stuff to do. Now that it's winter, we got 55 friggin' feet of snow, and it's cold as hell. So we'll get out and have some fun with that, because now things get a little more difficult when you have this much snow on the ground. So till next time, take care of yourselves, and leave me your comments, because I like your comments. Gives me ideas and lets me know how I'm doing and how you like the shows. Alright, take care.